Hey guys, it's JJ, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the top 5 high-yield savings accounts this year. With the Fed continuously raising rates trying to keep up with inflation, this is also raising the interest rates with savings accounts. And this is actually good news for you cash savers out there who keep your cash in a savings or a money market account. This is good because now you're going to be earning more money on that cash that is sitting in that account. Now, again, I understand that you can be losing money when inflation is on the rise, but let's be honest, most of us are always going to be keeping some sort of cash for a rainy day in some sort of savings account. So I like to keep my cash in a higher yielding savings account, knowing that my money is at least still kind of earning me something, even though it's just sitting in a boring old savings or money market account. So I've picked out what I believe to be the top 5 high yield savings accounts with a savings rate of at least 1% or higher. Now at the end of this video, I will also quickly be going over a list of 5 of the highest savings rate accounts available out there today. Now for those 5 accounts with the highest savings rates, I'm not super familiar with, but I did want to at least bring them to your all's attention to let you know what those higher yielding accounts look like and what they're offering currently. So with all that being said, let's jump into what I believe to be the top 5 high yielding savings accounts today. And I am starting with the lowest yield and we'll work our way up to the highest yield. So the first one on the list in today's video is actually the bank that I use to keep my cash with, and that is Capital One. Capital One has a lot of pros. They have a few cons, but not too many. And you can see here that they offer the 1% APY savings rate. So this is the lowest APY I will be talking about on today's video. But again, this is the one that I like to use, and I mainly use this because it's one I kind of started with. There are higher saving rate accounts out there. I just don't honestly feel like transferring my money over to a different account. I have everything linked to the account that I need to. That's the main reason why I haven't switched yet today. But again, 1% APY savings rate. Some of the pros, there's no fees, there's no minimum balances. There's also ATMs available where you don't have to pay the ATM fee. So I know that's huge for a lot of people if you're needing to get cash out whenever you're going out for the night or whatever it may be. Something else I love about Capital One is how easy it is to open up multiple different accounts. So you can open up different savings accounts or different checking accounts. And you can do this if you like to separate your accounts based on your savings goal. If you want to have an account for vacation, you can have a savings account for your vacation. If you have a big, plan coming up for a wedding or a big birthday or whatever it is, you can open up another savings account just for the wedding fund. And there's many different, what they call these sinking funds, is you can do this with Capital One. I personally don't do this. I just keep all my money in one account, and I roughly like to know how much I want to keep in there at all times, but you can have that opportunity to do that with Capital One, so that is a bonus. I know a lot of people do like who use Capital One. Something else I love about Capital One is that it is super user friendly. It's very easy to navigate and to figure out whatever you're trying to do with your account. I also know it's very easy to transfer money to and from other accounts. With some of the other bank accounts that I have, it's very difficult to initiate transfers to Capital One or to other banks, but with Capital One, I have not had that issue once yet. Any type of external transfer I've had to do, I just go to Capital One, set it up, and I've had no problems whatsoever. Now, another great feature I love about Capital One is the customer service. Within a few minutes, I can pick up my phone, call the customer service number, and be talking to an actual person getting my questions answered. Now, when it comes to cons, Capital One doesn't really have that many, but the ones I could think of is the biggest one being if you're a type of person that likes to walk into an actual branch, that may be a little bit of a hindrance to you because Capital One does have very minimal branches available. Where I live, the nearest branch is like thousands of miles away, but I do pretty much everything online and don't ever really have to go into an actual branch, so that doesn't really concern me too much. And then the next one, with having those separate accounts that you can open up with Capital One, as you open up many different accounts, you can't have a separate checking or savings account debit card that goes with each one of those accounts. If you need to actually use a card, you have to transfer the money over to the account that has associated with the card, and then you're able to use that money through the card that you have with your account with Capital One. So again, this is the Capital One 360 savings account with a 1% APY savings rate. Now the second one on the list is Ally Bank, and they have a current APY of 1.15%. Now as far as the pros go with Ally Bank, they have a lot of the similarities as they do with Capital One. They have no monthly fee, no minimum balance, and it's also super easy to transfer money to and from different banks. Now some of the cons with Ally Bank is associated with fees. They do have a $10 fee per transaction if you make more than 6 transactions within a statement cycle, and then also they do have a hefty overdraft fee of $25. But if you're someone like myself who doesn't use their savings or money market account to make transactions through, it's just basically a kind of sitting account for the money to sit in, then you probably don't have to worry about the transactions, and then also never have to worry about overdraft fees because, again, I'm not using that money to buy things. I'm only using it to transfer money in and out to other accounts. Now, before we move on to the next account, I do have a quick message from today's video sponsor, Fabric. We are all going to die. Too much? Well, it's the truth. That is why I have chosen to plan for the inevitable. I know we never want to think about ourselves dying, but I also want to know and make sure that my family will be taken care of financially whenever my time comes. I mean, think about this. What happens to your income when you pass away? It most likely will go away with you. If your spouse doesn't work currently, what will they do to earn income? The way I cover this is by having term life insurance, and you can apply today with Fabric. Fabric has competitive rates that could save people money over other providers. You could be approved and up and running in 10 minutes with no health exam needed. Fabric helps you get high-quality term life insurance policies that are issued by Vantis Life. Protect your family's financial future with Fabric. Apply now by clicking the link in my description, meetfabric.com/JJ, meetfabric.com/JJ. All right, so the third high yield savings account for today's video is Marcus by Goldman Sachs, and they have a current APY available of 1.2%. Now, something to keep in mind here with all these accounts is that these savings rates can adjust. If interest rates continue to go higher, APY savings rates may continue to go higher as well. If we have a pullback in interest rates, well, then these higher yielding savings rates can go down as well. Now, they have kind of those same basic pros I mentioned with Capital One as well as Ally Bank on no fees and no minimum deposits. They also have same-day transfers of $100,000 or less to or from other banks. And then talking about that customer service aspect again, like I did with Capital One, with Marcus, you have a contact center available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you have any questions or concerns about your savings account. Now, another great feature with the Marcus savings accounts is they do offer no-fee personal loans available if that is something that interests you. Now, when it comes to cons on the Marcus savings account, one of the biggest ones I think is that there's no ATM access if you're the type of person that needs to access that cash and get cash out of an ATM. And you also cannot deposit a check via the app into this account like you can with the others listed on today's video. Now, the fourth one on the list is actually a bit different from the other accounts I've been talking about in today's video because this is actually a checking account and there is an annual fee in order to earn this APY on your cash within your checking account. So first you can see here the big whopping 1.3% APY that M1 is currently offering for their checking accounts, but you do need to know before you do sign up that in order to get that 1.3%, you do need to have the M1 Plus, which is an annual fee of, I do believe, around $120 or $130 every single year. So I just looked it up for you, and M1 Plus tier members, it actually is a $125 annual subscription fee. So in order to get this 1.3% APY, you do have to sign up for that M1 Plus, which is the $125 a year. But before you guys kind of bat an eye at that, there is many other features that are available with this M1 Plus, especially if you already use this for an investment account. I have actually been thinking about opening up a checking account with this app because of the benefits that come with M1 Plus and also having the M1 Plus credit card, but that's for a whole nother video. We're talking about saving rates here. But some of the main benefits or pros with this account is, again, you get all those extra features with M1 Plus like I mentioned, but you also get early direct deposit. There's those no minimum balances like the other accounts that were listed as well, and you also get access to that M1 Plus card, which have a lot of other features and a lot of areas to earn some extra cash back depending on where you use that card at the participating locations. So the fifth one on today's video is Cit Bank, and they offer the largest savings rate of 1.65% APY. Now, this is with Savings Connect. It says here you'll save more with both a savings account and a linked interest-bearing e-checking account, and you can open that account today in order to get up to that 1.65% APY. Now, Cit Bank is like many of the other banks we've already talked about on today's video with the no monthly service fees. Now, they don't have any actual ATMs, but they do reimbursements up to $30 and other U.S. bank ATM fees on e-checking accounts. So if you need to get access to that cash, they do offer up to $30 a month in ATM fee reimbursements. So those are the top 5 high yielding savings accounts in my opinion for this year. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I am going to go through a list of 5 other banks that have the highest savings rates. Now, fair warning, I don't know anything about these banks. I don't know if they're reliable or anything like that. I'm just showing you strictly because they have some of the highest savings rates I could find out there. So the first one is Brio Direct, and it offers a high yield savings rate of 1.8%. The second one on the list is Cfg Bank. It offers a savings rate APY of 1.72%. The next one I can't even pronounce, to be honest. Quantic, I'm going to guess. I don't know. Offers a 1.7% APY. Ivy Bank also is the next one on the list, offering that 1.7%. And then finally, we have UFB Direct offering a 1.66% APY. Again, guys, I just wanted to show you these. If you wanted to go do more research on these banks, I don't know anything about them. Again, I don't know if they're reputable, if they're even FDIC insured. So please go check that out. I just wanted to show you some of the banks that are offering higher APYs than the ones I have listed on my list as those top 5 high yielders. If you guys wanted to go seek something that had offered a little bit more bang for your buck, I guess. But again, top 5 that I had listed was Capital One, Ally Bank, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, M1, which was that checking account, and then CIT Bank. So that is it for today's video, guys. Those are the top 5 high yielding savings accounts for this year. If you guys are interested in that, I hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, if you could just please hit that like button, that really does help the video and the overall channel out. But until the next video, guys, again, thank you all so much for watching, and you all take care.